Sir Jim Ratcliffe reportedly has no plans to sack Ten Hag, but he would like implement a new off-the-pitch structure. He is keen to appoint a different sporting director, with Paul Mitchell rumored to be a candidate. The transfer chief has previously worked at Southampton, Tottenham, RB Leipzig, and Monaco. So if Sir Jim Ratcliffe does buy a share of the club from the Glazers, it is reported he will take a hands-on approach. Reports suggest that the Ineos owner is planning a 100-day review of the club from top to bottom. Meanwhile, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is reportedly in line to buy an initial 25% stake in United, following yesterday's news of Sheikh Jassim pulling out of the race to take over at Old Trafford. The Ineos CEO initially bid for a majority stake in the club, but adjusted his offer for a quarter after no progress was made with his earlier proposal. Jassim pulled out of the race to own United on Saturday night, after accusing the Glazers of demanding an outlandish price to sell the club. After nearly 9 months of detailed negotiations, the Qatari banker has withdrawn his £5 billion bid and told the Glazers he is no longer interested in any deal. On the other side, Man Utd are yet to make a decision on Anthony Martial's future, according to reports. ESPN claims a new deal for the French striker is yet to be discussed, with his current contract expiring in the summer. The Red Devils have an option to trigger a 12-month extension, but his awful injury record is said to be giving United second thoughts. Elsewhere, according to reports, Barcelona are not trying to sign Jadon Sancho on loan in January. However, Spanish publication Sport claimed the Catalans could try to sign him in the summer, but they would need the winger to take a pay cut. The club are still having to manage their finances carefully. On the other side, Paul Scholes has backed Jude Bellingham's decision to snub Man United earlier on in his career. I think Jude Bellingham, for his age and what he's accomplished so far in his short career, he's better than anything we've seen. We were very close to signing him, but he decided to go to Borussia Dortmund, which looks the right thing from what's happened over the past couple of years, Scholes told TNT Sports. It was a really brave move for him, but he looks such a driven lad, such a determined lad, such a professional player with so much talent. It's incredible, but he's got the temperament to go with it. Nothing seems to faze him. Manchester United planning to extend 3 players' contracts. 8 Man United players are out of contract in the summer, and the club has the option of an additional year with 6 of them. Manchester United are set to trigger the 1-year extensions in the contracts of Victor Lindelof and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the coming months. Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka are among 6 players whose contracts expire in the summer, but include the option of a 1-year extension that is at United's discretion. Hannibal Mejbri's deal is also expected to be extended as United buy time over a possible renewal. Wan-Bissaka's representatives held discussions about an improved contract prior to the injury he sustained against Brighton on September 16th. The only foreseeable alteration in plans could come if the Ineos group, led by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, assume control of United's football operations by the end of the year. Ineos are poised to secure a 25% stake in United at the cost of £1.3 billion. United could also extend certain contracts to protect a player's resale value ahead of their intended sale in the summer. However, there remains doubt over whether United will exercise the option on Anthony Martial's contract amid his fringe status in the first-team squad. Martial, 28 in December, is back up to first-choice striker Rasmus Højlund, and the Frenchman has only scored 18 goals for United in the last 3 years. Martial has not completed 90 minutes in a Premier League match since January 2021, and he missed 33 of their 62 matches last season through injury. Reserve left-backs Brandon Williams and Alvaro Fernandez, on loan at Championship side Ipswich Town and La Liga side Granada, could have their deals extended next year if there is clear resale value. Williams, 23, was free to leave permanently in the summer, and he has started 3 times in the Championship so far for second-place Ipswich. Fernandez made his full debut for Granada earlier this month and started in Spain under-21 S4, 0-win over Kazakhstan on Tuesday. On the other side, Sheffield United versus Manchester United ones to watch. Manchester United found an unlikely hero in Scott McTominay. The Scotland star scored an amazing late double against Brentford and will surely be rewarded with a start this time around. McTominay will also be buoyed by Scotland's qualification for Euro 2024 and should be oozing with confidence. Again and again, Manchester United teammates urged Jadon Sancho to apologize or face exit. Jadon Sancho has been urged by senior members of Manchester United's squad to apologize to Erik Ten Hag and will be made available for transfer in January if he fails to act on that advice. When Sancho was left out of the squad for the 3-1 defeat at Arsenal on the 3rd of September 10, Hag said it was because the winger had not met the standards required in training. Soon afterwards, Sancho posted on social media that the manager's explanation was completely untrue. Members of United's hierarchy have also spoken with Sancho to underline that the matter can be resolved only if he says sorry to Ten Hag. The player has been forced to train with the under-18s after effectively calling Ten Hag a liar and has to change alone because of safeguarding regulations. United were working with Sancho on his behavior before he was dropped for the Arsenal game, and Ten Hag would be open to reintegrating the 23-year-old into the first-team squad were he to receive an apology, despite the time that has elapsed since the incident. Without an apology, United accept the only solution will be to sell or loan the player who was signed from Borussia Dortmund for an initial £73 million in July 2021. After the Arsenal game, Ten Hag said, "Jadon, on his performances in training, we did not select him. You have to reach a level every day at Manchester United, and we can make choices in the front line. So for this game, he was not selected." Sancho responded with a statement that he later deleted. He wrote, "Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair." Sancho has struggled to make a consistent impact at Old Trafford. United, 10th in the Premier League and bottom of their Champions League group after losing their opening 2 fixtures, returned to action at Sheffield United on Saturday night. On the other side, United ace Højlund has been handed the ultimate backhanded compliment. Man United striker Rasmus Højlund was unhappy with the rough treatment he received while on international duty this week. For a side that is already experiencing an injury crisis, the last thing United wanted to see was their star striker also picking up a knock on international duty this week. Thankfully, Rasmus Højlund looks to have come through the break unscathed, but the rough treatment he received against San Marino on Tuesday night was certainly plenty of cause for concern. The 20-year-old took to social media after the match to criticize the physical behavior of San Marino players, even accusing them of trying to injure him during the match. Danish defender Simon Kjær shared similar sentiments when he criticized match officials for their involvement in the encounter and said they should have done more to shield his team from their opponent's aggressive tactics. This accusation was denied by San Marino players, particularly defender Roberto Di Maio, who was shown a yellow card when he mistimed a challenge for the ball and ended up kneeing Højlund in the back.